Hello, my beautiful, loving angel muffins. I'm here with your channeled message for today. Let's see what wants to come through. Accepting yourself in your entirety is allowing you to step into your highest form of expression at this time. There are many individuals in this collective that have been on this journey to fullness of self-acceptance, this journey of self-love, as you may say. We are here to show our support as well as validation and reassurance that this path is not in vain. It is allowing you not only to step into a more embodied, more experientially comfortable version of your reality, it is also propelling you forward on your journey as a soul. It is allowing you to move into your highest form of expression in this body and in all bodies across time. It is allowing you to move into the highest expression possible in any one moment. So know that each and every part of you is lovable. It is acceptable. It is something that needs to be given due time and attention. There are pieces of our psyche that have places that are rooted in past experiences. This does not mean that these experiences make one unlovable. It means that those experiences must have a proper reverence given to them. They must be treated with a sacredness, with a holiness that is allowing that version of self to exist without trying to push it away. There are pieces in those versions of self and in those experiences that have precipitated what you had to learn to get to where you are now. And so for you to be who you are, for you to be where you are, you had to experience versions of yourself that were not in full alignment with who you are and where you want to be. These past experiences were guideposts. They were showing you what you do not want, what you do want, and the contrast of the duality of these things. This is all part of the divine unfolding that you have chosen to come here to experience. It is part of this divine unfolding that you have chosen to participate in. So make sure that as you move forward, you are allowing for all parts and pieces of self to be experienced in their fullness, regardless of how uncomfortable some of these pieces and parts of you are. They are allowing for a fullness of integration into who you are on a human level that allows you to come into a fullness of experience of who you are beyond that. Because one must step into authenticity, allow for a fullness of experience, for that fullness of experience to take on a greater and grander form. There are going to be versions of self that will naturally fall away, experiences, patterns that will naturally fall away as you step into a higher level of acceptance within yourself, as you step into a higher version, a higher knowing that everything is acceptable, especially in context. When you allow for the fact that these experiences have taken place and that there is a more compassionate view for why things continue to surface at this point, that is allowing for you to move into a deeper sense of compassion, acceptance, and truth within oneself, as you know that these things that are coming up now aren't necessarily true parts of you. However, they are true reactions to past circumstances, and those past circumstances need to receive the love that they were lacking in that moment. And you are the only one that is able to give them the love that they were lacking in that moment. It is up to you to provide you what it is that you are seeking. It is never going to be found outside of you. It is only ever going to be found inside of you. So when these past patterns surface, when these parts of self that you do not likely wish to continue to resonate with come to the surface, greet them as they are old friends. Give them the time, the reverence, and the sacredness that they deserved, as they were necessary parts on your journey. Give them the love, the nurturance, the peace that they deserved in that moment, because the fullness of acceptance of what happened allows you to come into the fullness of acceptance of what is now. And this fullness of acceptance of what is now is precipitating your larger spiritual experience that is currently unfolding for you. May you find peace in this moment. Whew, I got the full body resonance with that too. I love that. Again, beautiful message. I really have been loving their messages lately. I feel like they're so, it's pointing to the things that we have all, I think, not only in the spiritual community, but in like the human collective consciousness have been kind of focused on, whether that be kind of like psychological, mental health, emotional health stuff, or spiritual health. Like realistically, all of these things are the same. It's just different pathways to the exact same end. And so as we are continuing to place attention on the things that we've already been placing attention and intention on, it's kind of giving an explanation as to like why these things have been part of the collective consciousness, even on like a subconscious, unconscious level. And it's part of this greater collective spiritual unfolding that's happening, because we have to be moving through these emotional experiences. Self-love and self-compassion have been such like hot topic keywords for like years now, it feels like. And like that's also all on purpose, because we need to find integration from those either past life or past present life experiences, instead of rejecting, dismissing, invalidating, and pushing these things away, trying to spiritually bypass, or put toxic positivity on top of all of them, because these things need the time, the nurturance, the reverence, and the love that we're lacking in those moments. And so make sure to give yourself those things through the triggers that are arising at this time. Notice the patterns that are coming up at this time. Acknowledge where these patterns are coming from, and maybe do some visualizations with that version of self that needed to experience the love and they did not receive it at that time. And if it happened over several different periods within this present lifetime, do visualizations, or if you can't visualize, do intention setting, to send love to that version of self, so that you can begin to clear some of the energetic channel that was created at those different timings. If you don't have full recollection of it, you can just set the intention that that energy is being sent to all versions of self across all time that experienced that pain, or to all versions of self across all time that need to receive love in this moment, and send the energy that you are wishing to receive to yourself, because you are the only one that can give it to you. So that's my message for today. I love you all, and I hope you have a beautiful rest of your day.